Racing is back at Happy Valley this Wednesday night. Welcome to Racing to Win. We're going to try and find you a winner or 9 along the way with racing coming up on the A course on Wednesday night, getting underway at 6:40 Hong Kong time. To look at it all, joined in the studio by the freshly clipped out Paul Lally and also Tom Wood. And Tom, we're going to go back to Sunday. What a great battle, Romantic Warrior and Voyage Bubble.
Yeah, it was, Mark. A great clash between Purton and McDonald there. What a great training performance as well from Danny Shum, of course, with Romantic Warrior, bringing him back from Melbourne where he prevailed over there, coming back here, International Day, 77 days into the weekend, wins again and did it in some style from barrier 11.
He did indeed, Paul, and that was the question, wasn't it? Barrier number 11, where was he going to end up? Well, he's on the rail going into the back straight.
Yeah, amazing that he managed to get the horse onto the rail, didn't he? And as such, gave him that perfect opportunity. Zach rode the other one pretty well though, Voyage Bubble, and the two of them went head to head, but Romantic Warrior was better on the day.
Wednesday night, any jackpots?
No jackpots to speak of actually. They all got them, all the money was won. Only a couple of first starters too. We've had a few first starters racing recently and there's a few more on the weekend, but this meeting there's only the two.
And there is, after first starter and Call Me Glory has bolted up at Sha Tin on the weekend, and one of the first starters has some form through him on Wednesday night also. We've got more feature racing coming up on Sunday, Tom, with the Classic Cup, and the priority to run list is now appearing on the screen, headed by the Classic Mile winner.
Yes, Helios Express there, Helene Feeling, he's recently trialled well. Chilchibi, of course, has been doing all his winning around Happy Valley, missed the Classic Mile with a lameness issue, so he's back and ready to go. Ensued there, he's an 1800 metre winner. Beauty Crescent still trying to get on the board. Speed Dragon, Paul, really unlucky last time out, and Macau Barcelona will ride him.
Yeah, he was definitely. And Star Mac was a really good run off a lowest rating as well in that Classic Mile, and that's why he manages to sneak into the field. So he'll be trying to get into the first three once again leading into the Derby.
Other horses that have been running well, Kaying Generation, he's a distance winner over 2,000 metres now, and a few others there that would need to find a little, including I think Elliptical, who's probably been a little disappointing since he arrived here.
He has indeed, but last week, Tom, plenty of them were out at the trials and a number of them lined up in the first trial. That's California Spangle in front, Helene Feeling outside of him, Cheng Cheng Glory third the rail, Helios Express wider out, Kaying Generation and Speed Dragon at the back.
Yeah, certainly interested to see what Speed Dragon can do, because I think he would have finished a bit closer to them had he not got chopped up in the straight by Helene Feeling last time out, who is up here with California Spangle, and they go toe-to-toe over the final stages. What do you think about Cheng Cheng Glory back to 1800 metres again, Paul?
Yeah, I think it'd probably suit him coming back to 1800. It depends what he draws as a big... He's one that... I know it's a long run to that first bend, but if he draws low and he can get to the lead easily enough, then he can try and dictate.
It's one of those races that always does throw up a rough result. Normally the favourite sort of can win the first leg and be competitive in the third leg, the Derby, but this, for whatever reason, can throw up a strange result.
It can. It's going to be a full field too for the Classic Cup. Now this trial, Paul, from Starmac, he gets in off a rating of 69, placed in the Classic Mile. He was 4 lengths off the second last horse going down the back in this.
Yeah, I know. It was a good trial from him. It was a very good run from him. It was arguably one of the runs in the race as well. And look, you can see him hit the line really strongly. So look, he's definitely, he's not out of place, even off that low rating here in this race by any stretch of the imagination.
And when we spoke to David Hayes pre the Classic Mile with him, he said he probably should be a horse that's up in the sort of high 80s by this point of his career. He's that sort of horse, he felt, and he really didn't disappoint in the mile at all.
That's a little pinpointer, an early pinpointer for the Classic Cup coming up at Sha Tin on Sunday. We will have a full preview of that race in the later week episode of Racing to Win, because we need to preview the midweek meeting right now at the Valley with the first race of the 9 at 6:40. 9 races on the A course, and the 2 races that we feature on the show, the 5th, the Rotary Centenary Challenge Cup, Class 3 over the 1200, and the Kwai Chung Handicap, the Class 3 second division over the 1200 metres. The 5th, though, has Superb Capitalist at the top of the book. He's led all the way to win a trial since his last start down the track performance. Power kept just struggling for a little bit of form. Healthy is a 3-time course and distance winner. All is good. All of his winnings been over 1,400 metres at Sha Tin. Raging Blizzard has the pacifiers going on. Sing Dragons won a trial since his last start. 9th, Champion Method was heavily back last time. And Starline finished a little bit closer at his most recent appearance, but does still need to find a few lengths and is also getting close to a class drop. Easy one for the speed map man here, Paul, with Superb Tom, actually, because he is the speed map man. Superb Capitalist in the field.
Yes, and he is coming into this off a disappointing performance last time out. Really, Superb Capitalist was 3 wide, no cover up on the speed, and then he hung out really badly around the home turn. He's been back to Happy Valley and trialled and led and won that trial. Healthy, another one that will sit handy. He actually led up last time out and was only down by Watch Buddy a short margin there. Sing Dragon, Paul, looks the one that might cover some ground here from barrier 8, but he's also a chance of going forward and maybe getting up outside Superb Capitalist.
I think he probably will eventually, but he's just going to have to work to get up there, I think. He did lead on debut. I mean, he's only had the one start in Hong Kong. Maybe they'll take him back from the wide draw and change tactics. But, yeah, Superb Capitalist, yeah, as Tom said, he was wide all the way last time, so clear for good for him.
Hong Kong's leading trainer is represented in the race by Healthy, and this is what Pierre Ong told Nick.
Pierre, Healthy is your runner in race 5 on Wednesday night. He's a horse who's having a really good season.
Yeah, he already had a couple of wins, and he was quite unlucky last time with the last strike, and hopefully he can bring back the winner that he had last time.
Great to see him obviously bounce back to that form last time out, having run 9th behind co-partner Ambition. The handicappers put him up a couple of pounds. Do you still envisage there's a bit more to come from this guy on what he's done so far?
I think he's still improving as time goes by, and weight doesn't worry him too much with the size. So we got a good draw, nice draw. Hopefully he can just do what he did last time.
Just having a look at the race on paper, Pierre, there's a whole load of pace. I mean, the likes of Superb Capitalist is in there amongst others as well. All is good, can race forward. So, with your horse, is he the type that potentially could take a sit if they do go sort of hard in front?
Oh, he has tried to take a seat before and finishes off with that pace tomorrow night. I think we just ride him, just be quiet, to build up his momentum into the straight, and hopefully he finishes strong.
He does look a nice chance in the race. As for looking ahead, now the entries are out for the Queen's Silver Jubilee. We're here at the trials this morning, of course. You've trialled Taj Dragon. He's one of 2 entries in the race for you, along with Galaxy Patch. How happy were you with his trial?
I'm over the moon with him already. He got a good free for us this season, and hopefully we can have a great result in the Group 114.
I mentioned you've also got Galaxy Patch, of course. He's a horse who's been in wonderful form and has rocketed up sort of through the racings. A big step forward for a horse like him, Pierre, but I know you've always considered him to be a top liner.
Yeah, he definitely has the potential to be top one. We just have how we managed to put him through that. We put him for a 1,000-meter race this Sunday to make him much more settled for the race next week. So hopefully he can get a Group 1 to prove him at this level and to be a nicer horse in the future.
Be nice to take on horses like Lucky Swain S & Co, wouldn't it, with a horse like him, and perhaps even try and beat them?
Yes, he's a good crack, and we need to prove it, and hopefully we can be close to them,
There is a Pierre Paul, healthy, going down a nose to Watch Buddy last time. That's strong form. He's in great form, Watch Buddy.
Yeah, and so is Healthy, isn't he? He's won those 2 races earlier on, so look, he's definitely one of the main chances.
And even though there's alternate pace in the race, he's not necessarily a horse that has to lead, because when he has won, he's been able to do it off the pace as well. So I think that's a plus in a race like this when you've got A, Superb Capitalist, and B, Sing Dragon.
That's our first look at the runners in race number 5. We move on, Tom, now to this replay. Wings of War running second here. Raging Blizzard 4th. He had barrier number 12. He comes up with a much better barrier number 3 this week.
Yeah, really keen on Raging Blizzard here, especially with the pacifiers on. He's trialled at Happy Valley with the pacifiers on. Andrea Atzini was aboard for that. Zach Purton from barrier 12 here last time out. It was just the early stages which probably told Paul where he had to cover that ground from the start out of barrier 12 to get into a handy position outside the leader, and he just bottomed out late here.
Yeah, he didn't hit the line strongly, did he? But as you say, maybe it was that early work. He has been a bit costly, though. He's been beaten favourite his last couple. One of them was odds on as well.
He's been back to the trials, Paul, since that run. We're going to have a look at the trial now. Pinghai Galaxy was very impressive in this trial. That's Beauty Infinity, who runs in the last race on the program. He's in front of Raging Blizzard, turning for home.
Yeah, so look, it was a nice trial and just a maintenance trial for Raging Blizzard. There's obviously plenty of ability there. He's drawn nicely, so he's definitely going to get his opportunity. It's just the way when he attacked that line last time just worried me a little bit, but I still think he's one of the major chances.
Yeah, absolutely. And from the good drawer, I can give him a little forgive last time out with the run that he had in the early stages, and he's got Watch Buddy form lines through him as well at Happy Valley, and that's been good form this season.
You mentioned good draws, Tom. Superb Capitalist had barrier number 12 last time, and he ended up finishing last. He was beaten 11 lengths behind Nakoni County. This is his Happy Valley trial since. That's Wellington in second spot, and Angus Chung rides him. He's ridden him to victory 3 times.
He just strikes me as the horse that needs everything to go his way, and so when things don't last like they didn't last time out, when he was 3 wide, no cover up on the pace and hung out around the turn, he tends to spit the dummy pretty quickly, so I'm happy to steer away from him here.
I'm the opposite. I think he's going to get everything his way from barrier 4. He's going to go to the front. He's got really good, strong form lines. 2 starts go behind Bonds of Perla, and he was only taken on right on the line. You're right, he needs to lead, but I think he will lead in this race.
That is a breakdown. It's a yes and a no for the one horse. So, Paul, who wins the Rotary Challenge, the Rotary Centenary Challenge Cup to be exact?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Superb Capitalist. I think he can get to the front. He can dictate, and his last start, look, he was 3-4 wide, and there was a lot of pace in that race, and he just didn't even get close to the rail. So I'm going to forgive that. Look, and the trial was good since. So Tom's right, though. He does need everything to go his way. I've been disappointing in the last 2 starts of Raging Blizzard. He was beaten odds on 2 starts ago, and then Sugar, he did, again, he's the one that drew wide, so maybe there was an excuse there. Healthy, and I'm going to put Champion Method in. He should be a big price as well. I thought his run last time behind Roch, but he was a lot better. 1-5-3-8.
Now, on top for me here is Raging Blizzard, going to give him a forgive on that last start performance where he was wide in the early stages, had to work to get up outside the leader. Pacifiers are going on, nothing wrong with his recent trial, and Zach Purton from a good draw this time round. So Raging Blizzard to bounce back in for second is Healthy, was only just beaten right on the post by Watch Buddy. They had a good scrap over the final stages. He carries £1 less for that effort last time out as well. Does Healthy. In for third is 8 Champion Method. Was better, I thought, last time out, because he'd sort of been a little disappointing since winning over Ruby Lot, but he was behind the speed on the fence and stayed on in that Watch Buddy race. And then I'll put in Power Cap. He's a well-rated horse, drawn barrier 1. He was 3 back on the fence last time out behind Tomodachi Kokoro, and we know how well he's been going at Happy Valley, and Bowman riding for Manfred Mann. So 5, 3, 8 and 2.
There you have it. That is the preview for the trophy race number 5 at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Heading to a break now on Racing to Win. Back to look at race number 8. And the all-important last run reminder comes up right after this. Welcome back. You are tuned into Racing to Win as we preview Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We've seen race number 5 before the break, the first of the 1200 metre Class 3 events. Before we get to the second of the 1200 metre Class 3s, it is time for the world famous last run reminder.
Look, I'm going to go a pair of 7s here. Race 7, number 7, Athleticism. This horse has been very consistent all season. He came to Happy Valley last time, drew awkwardly, I thought, in barrier number 9, but the horse gets back anyway. So, look, that is his running style. So that wasn't really anything too different. He ends up getting back here, and they went slow, very, very slow. So I like the way that he really sort of sprinted off this slow pace, and finishing off just behind the place getters here in 4th. So it was a very good run for him under the circumstances. He also hasn't won at Happy Valley. His 2 wins this season have both been at Sha Tin, but this was his first run at Happy Valley for the season, and the way he finished off, he looks like there's no problems with the Valley for him.
Pierre train. Zach Purton will take the ride. He's race 7, number 7, Aestheticism as the last run reminder. And you can find plenty more of the last run reminders on the website, hkjc.com. Navigate through and you'll find the last run reminder tab there. But he is the pick of them for the meeting on Wednesday night. On to race number 8 now. This is the Class 3 second div over the 1200 metres. Eason. They tried him over the 1650 last time, it didn't work, so straight back to where he's a full-time winner over the 1200 metres. Joyful Hunter is unbeaten at Happy Valley. Americ to Spexo, last start winner, carries an extra £1. Sugar, last start winner, carries an extra 4. Viva Graciousness comes to the Valley for the first time. Ace 1 raced wide at the Valley, went down the track behind Watch Buddy last start. Chain of Gold has the cheek pieces going on. Denfield, Zach Purton, 1 ride for 1 win. captain win. Trials well, but still has that lone win on the board at his second start in Hong Kong. And 1 for all. Crossover noseband goes on. He made an abnormal breathing noise last time, thus ended up running 10th behind Nakoni County. He has trialled quite okay since then. Has the likely leader, Tom, 1 for all.
Yeah, and he's got the blinkers going on here for the crossover noseband, I should say, going on for the first time, and that's been, of course, added with the blinkers, and the horse has dropped 18 pounds in body weight as well. He looked, I thought, quite good in that recent barrier trial, but he's never fronted up in this grade of Class 3 in the past. Ace 1 is another one that hasn't won for a long time, 633 days, and he's only a one-time winner in the grade, and it wasn't here at this course and distance for him, but he's another one that can race forward. Denfield pretty much should get a similar run to last start, Paul. He had the run of the race, I thought, there, and had every chance.
Yeah, he definitely did last time. Joyful Hunters, Mark says, coming back, Happy Valley's good for him. Sugar, he's just drawn wide, so he's going to try and slot in towards the back. Eason, Chain of Gold went well at his last start, and what do we do with old Captain Win? He's been going back in all his runs recently.
He's in the first replay. He went back and he finished back in this replay too. Tom, G's been a frustrating horse, Captain Win.
Yeah, that first win, of course, did come with David Hall, and I just don't know where he's at the moment. He's a horse that has been trialling okay, but then when it comes to fronting up on race day, it's been just the total opposite in terms of what we get from Captain Win. 829 days since he last won, so he's not in, but certainly in Paul is Joyful Hunter, coming back to Happy Valley where he's 2 from 2 course and distance behind Kaiying Rising here, so the form has been good around him. I think he can win. Yeah,
I agree. I really like him in this race, and 2 from 2, as you say. Happy Valley comes back to a course he likes, and look, 3 starts ago, that turn of foot he showed, he came from an impossible position and won at Sheraton.
We're about to look at his graphic here, Paul, and show that he is unbeaten at Happy Valley. He produced 2 outstanding wins at the Valley so far. Are you a bit surprised he hasn't gone on with things when he got to the bigger track at Sheraton?
Well, I'm not sure if there was a problem with him or what with him, because he has run below expectations, and the last 3 runs have all been very, very good. I thought the win and then those 2 fourths, both at Sheraton. So look, I think the Valley's a better place for him.
I thought the fourth, maybe 2 starts ago, he sort of loomed up like he was going to go on with it and never did. But look, he's got Taj Dragon form through his form lines as well, and he's been a group race winner this season too. So that occasion he was only beaten a length and a half from him.
That fourth was over 1,400 2 back. Of course, he does race really well over the distance of this race being 1,200. Tom, as we see, Denfield running 4th. Interesting booking. They may have been prior bookings because Zach rides Americ to Spexo to victory in this. Denfield was a claim for Angus Chung. Zach's riding Denfield, so it's a pickup ride here and a great chance for Antoine Hemlin.
Always had a lot of time for Americ to Spexo, and he's only got 1 extra pound to carry, and he got a long way back from that draw of 11, flew home and to grab them all, and this time he's got barrier 2 with only 1 extra pound. I think he's a likely chance in this race.
It definitely goes in for me, Americ to Spexo. I thought Denfield had every chance, so I'm going to risk him, but Americ to Spexo definitely goes in.
Sugar, Paul. This was a really good ride from Alfie Chaney. He was able to sneak up the inside, and one from barrier number 8. Couple of draws wider. He's out in barrier 10. 4 extra pounds on his back. Saves a lot of ground, but they do get on very well, Alfie and Sugar, and he does race well, course and distance.
Yeah, 4-time winner over the course and distance is Sugar. Awkward draw, barrier number 10. Might be a place further back than he would really like to be. But I'm going to include him as well because he just loves it around this valley and he's going well at the moment.
Yeah, it was a nice ride from Alfie too because he was beyond midfield on the fence and he really dashed up strongly along the inside. So he saved all the ground and it was advantageous for him over the final stages. It was a comfortable win over Wings of War.
Casper Founds runners, Paul. Loyal Ambition in the first. Do they get better the longer the meeting goes on?
Yeah, he's just drawn awkwardly, Loyal Ambition. M Unicorn's obviously a big chance on that page. He's in good form at the moment. And Sugar as well. And Jumbo Legend will have to be a chance in the last.
June Planet had a clear excuse last time out. The riderless horse, I think it was Sugar Ball, and the race cleaned him up about 150, 200 metres after the start, and he was never in it after that.
He's been back to the trials too, June Planet, and trialled quite okay. As we have a look now, Tom, speaking of trialling okay, One For All has been doing that. Gets to race day and just doesn't quite finish it off, but he's at the Valley again this week. He's proven, 3-time winner course and distance. A chance here for Ben Thompson for Mark Newnham.
Yeah, we wish Ben the best of luck. Hasn't had any placings, unfortunately, yet. Ben from 34 outings so far. Mark Newnham's been tinkering with the gear around this horse. That's Fireball winning the trial. He's going around in one of the lower class races earlier on in the night. I don't think he's the worst, but just want to see him front up in this grade as well.
Yeah, I think the grade's the key. He's had 2 goes and it hasn't really done too much. So maybe if he drops down to class 4, I'd be a little bit more interested.
All right, so that's a look at the runners in race number. I just want to ask you about Chain of Gold too. We saw him in that replay. He improved between his first 2 starts.
Yeah, it was a good run because, again, he came off a slowish pace as well. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 4, Chain of Gold. So, look, I'd give him a bit of a chance in this Chain of Gold. I think he'll run all right.
He's £6 better off with Sugar for that beating of 2 1/4 last time out. Really stormed home. His best work certainly was late, the turn of foot there, but just want to watch him one more time.
And one more, Tom, one that you've had success with in Class 3, Eason. Forget the run over the 1650. Did you find a spot for him this week?
Yeah, he is in with Hugh Bowman on board and his course and distance record. He's a 4-time winner from his 12 starts, 3 of them, 3 wins in the grade from 7 starts. Never involved last time out. Last win off 84, so he is well rated for this assignment, Paul.
Yeah, no, definitely, and he does perform really well in this grade. Didn't quite make it in for me just with the big weight, but he's definitely in the right grade.
There you go. That is a bit of a breakdown for race number 8, Paul, but Joyful Hunter to make it 3 for 3 at the Valley.
Yeah, I think he's a really nice horse. He's maybe had a couple of issues. He seems to be going really well at the moment. The last 2 runs of 2 fourths are both coming out of really strong form races. And when he won that race 3 starts ago, he came from sort of, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near him, on him at all. And he just managed to do a really good turn of foot and win. And we've seen that before at the Valley with him, especially that second win at the Valley. You wouldn't, again, he's a horse that just sort of got up right on the line. But I do like him. I'm going to give Chain of Gold a chance. He improved a lot between start 1 and start 2. He's drawn nicely once again in barrier number 4. Cheek pieces will go on him for the first time. America Spec. So I was a little bit sceptical, I'll be honest with him, in this grade, but he's really proven himself in it. So I want to include him as well from a low barrier draw. And we know Sugar goes so well round here at Happy Valley. So 2, 7, 3 and 4.
2 and 3, the Quinella here. A Joyful Hunter back to a Happy Valley. I think he can bounce back in the winner's circle here. Joyful Hunter for Francis Loy, Andrea Atzini. America Spec, so he's only carrying that 1 extra pound this time round from a good draw. Really roared home strongly late last start to get that victory. 8 goes in, that is Denfield. He's actually £2 worse off with America Spec, so he goes up a pound after having every chance last time out. And Eason to be running on at the end. 2, 3, 8 and 1.
We have seen races 5 and race number 8 previewed on Racing to Win on this episode. If you'd like to see the rest of the races and try and find a winner along the way, you'll get that race by race preview on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video. But we need one more thing to do before we say bye-bye, Paul, and that's get your best bet, your long shot and your play.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Joyful Hunter as the best. Just coming back to Happy Valley, I think is the key for this horse. The fourth here, you can see him, he got quite well back and he finished off strongly behind Kaying Rising, who was, I think, at 1.3 this day and winning. It's a strong form race that he's come out of. He's a horse that's always shown plenty of ability, and now he's back to the Valley. I think is the real key for this horse. So I think he can win. You can see him finishing off really strongly here, and he's got a really good turn turn of foot around that tight course. So that's Joyful Hunter as the best. Tattenham, I thought, was a lot better run from him last time. He's a one-time winner here in Hong Kong, but from barrier 8, I think he can get in, slot in, and win that race. And then race 7 will do the play with 3, 4 and 7, 18 pounds, M Unicorn and Athleticism.
Best is the first starter in race number 3. That is number 1, Super Charizard, and I think he can certainly win at his Hong Kong debut. Gold Tack the Valley race 4, number 7. Now this is him trialling here at Sha Tin on the all-weather last time out, and looked to have moved pretty well in this trial. Pulled up with an issue last time out, but despite that issue, actually still ran through the line okay late in the piece. So like the way he's trialled Keegan DeMello, we know he rides Happy Valley very well, and he's riding here for David Hall. So Gold Tackers in, and the play with Joyful Hunter, A. Emeritus Spexo and Denfield there in race number 8.
And best bet in the last, number 3, Jumbo Legend, off his last winning rating of 57, draws Barry number 1. Yeah, boys, on a 7-day backup and going back to 1650, the distance that he has won over, and the play race 9 of forecast 3 and 1. That has been Racing to Win for Happy Valley on Wednesday night, Tom, and then as we touched on earlier in the show, big day at Sha Tin on Sunday.
Yeah, some good races coming up there, and can't wait to see the 4-year-olds in action.
Yep, and Galaxy Patch over 1,000 metres.
Yeah, backing up before Group 1 racing. But that has been Racing to Win. Thanks to Paul and Tom. We'll see you at the Valley for the first at 6:40.